everybody, and welcome back to the channel Fragrance Journey. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day. Hopefully everybody has a very happy Easter. Hopefully everybody's safe. Today I'm gonna do 10 niche fragrances in my collection for life. You see I left the top out. I don't like doing top 10s, but I'm gonna do 10 niche fragrances in my collection that I will keep for life. I think I did this a while back. The list has definitely changed a lot as my collection has grown. So let's go through this list. There may be one fragrance on here or maybe two that y'all probably know that's gonna be on the list. First, we'll start off with one that I picked up maybe a year ago. And I was gonna sell this fragrance, but I think I'm gonna hold on to it. Not a lot of people had this fragrance. I don't know if it's kind of hard to find, but it is a stunning beast mode fragrance that you wouldn't think was beast mode. I actually wore this to my play brother's funeral. I sprayed it on. My wife couldn't smell it. Sprayed it on my dress shirt. I had my dress shirt hanging up downstairs days later waiting to put it in the cleaners, and I could still smell the fragrance on it. I guess I did super duper bundle. But the fragrance I'm talking about is Rosendo Mateo No. 5. This is a beautiful, sensual, soft, ambery, musky type fragrance. It just, man, it's florals, it's amber, it's like a sweet musk. It is just a stunner of a fragrance, and one that I was gonna sell, but I think I'm gonna keep in my collection. The next one up is one that I recently picked up, and this one is one that if I was rich, I would probably make this my signature scent, but I'm not rich, and I can't afford to spray it like that every day. The fragrance I'm talking about is Insar Oud's EO1 No. 1. Man, you talking about a stunning oud, tobacco, animalic leather with oud. Man, this is a masterpiece of a fragrance. It comes with a beautiful leather case too, but just smelling this is just like eye-opening to me. This was a game changer for me in my fragrance journey as far as just smelling this and seeing the quality. And this being based around an ambergris tincture as the base, it's just a masterpiece. And that's a house I would definitely like to get into more. The next one up on the list is one that I'm sure some of my OG subscribers will know. This is my favorite fragrance of all time. This is what kind of started me on my animalic journey when I got my nose on this one. I was blessed enough to be able to pick this bottle up for a really good price. The fragrance I'm talking about is Leather Oud. This is just an animalic, woody, leathery, just, oh man, sparkly. It's just so effervescent, just wakes me up when I smell it. Man, I smell this, I think, every time I come upstairs to where my collection is. I think I always smell this. I always lift the cap and smell it. It's just a stunner. It's just one that makes me happy. I know a lot of people can't stand it, but I think it is just so good. Next one up is one that I did buy a bag-up bottle of this fragrance. This is the first plum fragrance that I ever got my nose on. And at the time I got it from somebody in the Middle East because I couldn't find it anywhere here. So I picked it up, and as soon as I sprayed it, I was completely mesmerized. It actually made me pick up Chambray Noir and a couple other plum fragrances because the note of plum is definitely divine. This was the fragrance that helped me discover the note of plum. The fragrance I'm talking about is from the house of Boadicea de Victoria, and this one is called, let me turn around, this one is called The King. This is like a leathery, it's got some immortelle, it's got some plum, it's got some floral notes. Man, this is one that lasts, I mean, this is one that will stay on your skin for 36 hours. It's not a super sweet plum, but it does have some sweetness. It's got some florals, it's got some castoreum. It's just got a crazy note tree, note pyramid, but plum leads the notes. It's got some spices. That one is really good. I suggest you get your nose on that. Definitely get your nose on that one. The next one up we're gonna talk about is from the house of Bordnikov. And this is one that I just picked up, and hopefully I say the name right. This one is Oud Sinaraha. And this one is a floral It almost reminds me a bit of muscovy. The notes on this one are frangipani, magnolia oud, jasmine, sambac, labdanum, bergamot, grapefruit, cedar, and cardamom. Off top, you get some cardamom, you get some grapefruit. You also get some bergamot, which I'm not a big bergamot fan, but this one is just sweet on the top. Then you start to get some oud and the floral notes start to come out. That frangipani note is just amazing. The florals in this are next level. This is next level as far as a floral oud with some spices and some bergamot on the top. This is just crazy, man. That's just crazy. This is one that I probably always keep in my collection. I thought about getting muscovy, but the opening of that reminds me somewhat of muscovy, so I probably just hold off. The next one up, we're going to talk about, let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. The next one up we'll talk about is another one that it's only maybe 2 people in the community talking about this one on YouTube. Me and He Smells Like Rome. And this is from the house of Mel Ficini. And this is Odor 93. I always put this one in any of my lists when it's top, whatever. This one opened my eyes to the note of tuberose. This one is tuberose. It's got a little bit of tobacco. It's got some narcissus flower. This is just a stunning tuberose. It's intoxicating. It's not a bubble gummy tuberose. It's just a straight up tuberose with a little bit of greenness. It's got some tobacco to come in to kind of make that a little bit more masculine. But this is just a masterpiece as far as just a stunning fragrance. One that I always pop the top on there when I smell it whenever I come upstairs. We got 4 left. Let's go with this one. This is a fragrance I picked up. You guys know I'm in the oud. I didn't put too many oud or animalic fragrances in this list. There's a couple, but not as many as I would have thought. And this one is from the house of Nichane. Nobody talks about this fragrance. Everybody talks about Annie. They talk about Fan Your Flames. They talk about Patchouli Koza. They talk about Sultan Vetiver. I have pretty much the whole line, I think I've almost got the whole line, except for like Neff and some of the more expensive ones. But this one is the one that did it for me. Oh man, this one's got some grapefruit on the top. Oh man, this is a stunner. The fragrance I'm talking about is Musica Oud. This one almost leans fecal, but it's got some sweetness on the top. You got some beautiful woods. This is almost like a dark ambery. It's got some amber hints in it, but this one is almost fecal oud with grapefruit and a little bit of sweetness on the top, not a lot. But this is just a beautiful, beautiful oud fragrance, man. I wish more people would get their nose on that, because I think a lot of people are missing out on that fragrance because they're going for the Annies and all of those other type of fragrances. So definitely check out Musica Oud from the house of Nichane. Next up, we're gonna go with one that my wife bought me for Christmas. This is one, I think it made my most addictive fragrance list. And this one is from the house of Frederic Malle. This was done by Dominique Ropion. This is Promise. This is just a beautiful green apple. It's dry. Oh man. It's got cypriol oil, aka Nagamartha. Hopefully I said that right. This is just it's almost like a leathery, dry, beautiful, sweet green apple. Dry green apple on the top. And this also is one that lasts on your skin forever. This one is like so addictive to me. I've got a couple fragrances, like I said, when I come upstairs and I just look at my collection, or maybe I'm sampling or something, I'm gonna pop the top on that and smell it. It just is what it is. The next one up is from the house of Mahakali. This one is another recent pickup of mine. This one is Fusion Sacré. This is one that some people think are weird. This is one that I think is amazing. And I'm not a really gourmand guy. This is caramel. This is vanilla. This is celery. Man, this is just sweet. But it's got that kind of green celery note in it, which doesn't bother me as much as it bothers a lot of people. This is one that I smelled in Dallas at the scent room, but they didn't have a bottle. So I got on Lucky Scent and picked this up. This is just sweet, strange, sweet, strange, beautiful gourmand fragrance. I mean, get your nose on that. Definitely get your nose on that. It's not a lot of people talking about this. Not a lot of people smelling like this. And that's what I like to do. I like to smell different. But I think that's a beautiful one with that intriguing celery note that definitely makes that I won't say strange, but an interesting composition. The last one on my list is one that, shout out to my brother Will. He sold me his bottle. And this is one that is a vintage Chypre or Chypre fragrance. Beautiful florals, but it's built around a base of animalics. And you've got to be able to enjoy animalics if you will definitely like to smell this fragrance or enjoy this fragrance. The fragrance I'm talking about is from the house of Vogue. It's, I guess you call it My. I would love to get my nose on Miam too. If anybody's got a bottle of Miam they want to sell, leave a comment down below, tell me. But My is one that's very special to me. It's just a stunning, stunning animalic floral Chypre that I think will intimidate people, because this is very loud. This is one that lasts on the skin forever. And it's just so, what is it, intoxicating. It's just one that pulls me in. Whenever I smell this, it just pulls me in and I have to wear it. If I was to come upstairs today and take the cap off and smell this, I would have to spray it on my skin because it just smells so good. If you're in the florals and you're in the animalic fragrances, get your nose on this. I'm not sure what you're waiting on. I'm not sure why you don't have this in your collection, but definitely pick this up. And those are 10 fragrances in my collection right now. If I had to get rid of everything, niche, these are the ones that I will keep. I'm thinking about doing a top 5. I'm going to do a top 5 designer list. I may do it. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if you would like to see a top 5 designer list that I will keep for life in my collection, or 5 designers in my collection that I will keep for life. That's just my list. I'm not going to tag anybody. You know, nobody tagged me. I just decided to come upstairs and shoot the video, get some content out. But I hope everybody's blessed. I appreciate all the subs. I appreciate all the likes. If you can, share the video. We're almost at 2,000 subs. That would be a amazing thing for this channel to get to 2,000 subs, which it doesn't seem like a lot to most people, but to me, I'd be blessed to know 2,000 people are subscribed to my channel. Shout out to the Whack Pack. Shout out to all the reviewers that support the channel. Robes, Eugene, Sending Water, Sending Moments. Shout out to everybody. Hope everybody stays blessed. Wash your hands. If you woke up today, you are definitely winning. Hope everybody has a blessed Easter, and I'm out. Peace.